Good job.
I think it came out the way we wanted it. The second one was Assembly Bill 382, and incidentally, I want to thank Assemblyman Hardy for sponsoring both of these bills and doing a great job for us on both of these bills. Assembly Bill 382 was the bill to clarify the habitat funding. There were a couple of issues. The first is that the laws that currently existed required or mandated that really the Clark County was the only entity that could collect those fees. They had structurally done it, as you all know, by collecting fees out in all the various cities and then submitting them to Clark County. So we had to clarify two things. One, that the money could be collected by the individual entity. And then when we got one of the bill drafts, it came back, we read it, we re-reviewed it, and we realized we weren't very clear on the fact that Mesquite could collect the fee, but could also keep the fee. So the original draft of the legislation clarified that we could collect it, but there was another part of the law that said it had to be submitted to Clark County. So we asked for a further amendment to clarify that yes, we can collect the fee, and yes, we can keep the fee for our habitat study. The other issue that came up was Clark County came forward, and some of the other entities came forward and said, look, the statute currently limits it to $550 per acre. We don't think that's enough. We would like to have some language in the bill that says we can collect an amount that's appropriate. Well, I talked to Assemblyman Hardy as well as the staff, and we felt that that wasn't something we wanted to do in this legislation. We felt it was appropriate to leave it capped at $550 per acre. I told the county, I told the other entities, if at some point you guys feel like you need to come back to the legislature to collect more, then you ought to do that. But I don't think we're going to do that as part of our legislation, because we wanted it to be very clear what the intent was, that we would have one fee and that it would be no more than $550 an acre. So that's the way that bill came out. And I think we got good cooperation from the other entities. I think there'll probably be a legislative effort in the future to go back and increase that fee, but now under the statute we are separate. We are a separate entity and will be treated separately under our plan. And I should peripherally mention that the conversations, the discussions, I missed two of the meetings while I was in Carson City, but I did attend the last meeting in the Habitat group, and those conversations are going very well. And it looks as though we're going to be able to accomplish our full objective there in terms of getting one fee for the community and one plan. They have acknowledged basically that there's not going to be a recovery portion to it, which should keep the fee significantly lower. So that's my report on the legislature. I'd be happy to answer any questions about the specifics to the district or any questions about what occurred in the legislature in general.
I talked to Darcy from the county. She's over the, she's kind of the environmental person. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, she commented on how well you were doing as far as trying to push this thing forward and work with them, and she felt like the plan was going to be a good one and it was going to be great for the valley and everybody involved. So
I very much appreciate that feedback, and they've been cooperative well, as is NWA, everybody. Once we all sort of got on the same page, and we were very clear with them about what we were looking for and what we were willing to accept and what we weren't willing to accept. I think there was some confusion before, and once we sort of laid that line in the sand, everybody started to pull on the same end of the rope, and I think the product's going to be good. But thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it.
Good job, I say.
Any other questions? Thank you for the opportunity and honor of representing the Water District.
Okay, thanks, Warren. Thank you, Warren.